Hello, everybody! Welcome back to the channel. I'm Olive Croutons. Thanks for clicking on the video. Today, we are going to talk about New World and if you should play it. Now, before we get into it, I'd like to thank today's sponsor, the Whiny Cucks over at r/MMORPG. Ever find yourself not enjoying anything about the hobby you say you love? Do you enjoy relentlessly complaining about things other people enjoy? Well, head on over to r/MMORPG. It's a wonderful place where, if you're trying to find a reason to hate a game, they have you covered. Now, on to the reason why we're here. Should you play New World? So, if you're like me and you've been waiting a long time for a game that feels new and fresh, and I know that we've had a lot of MMOs come out in the past several years that were new, but in my opinion, all of these games have felt incredibly similar, just with different skins on them. I've just been waiting for something that feels like it's not trying to do what everyone else is already doing, just better. I think that's an important point to make, because I feel like so many games are just trying to be the best at the same thing. And I don't get that vibe from New World. New World is absolutely trying to do their own thing. It feels fresh, it feels new, it feels Western. It doesn't feel like one of these Eastern games that are just getting a port over, which I do enjoy a lot of Eastern style games. Not to knock them at all, but there's definitely a different feel to a Western AAA MMORPG. So in this video, I'm not going to talk too much about specifically the types of quests or player identity in New World, because I already made a video on that and you can check it out right there. What I am going to talk about is why I think New World is 100% worth your time if you're like me. You love MMORPGs, you love feeling like you're in an MMORPG, and you love immersing yourself and losing yourself in an MMORPG. So we all know New World has been somewhat controversial in its development. I haven't been following it as closely as some people online, but I have been following it ever since it was announced. And it's been controversial in the way that when they announced it, people had this idea of what it was going to be. They thought it was going to be this hardcore PvP centric game. And when I guess they did market research or something and they realized that we can make a better game, keep all the PvP elements, but also add in all of the PvE elements that players like me really enjoy. The other controversial thing that's been going on right now in New World is how much it's being delayed. I know I'm making this video right now on the 5th of August, and just today it was announced that it's being delayed again. But I think that's only a good sign, especially for an MMO. They're not trying to rush it out. When I played the beta, there were definitely things that they could have polished up. I would have been happy with a September 1st release. I have absolute faith in this development team, but this extra time that they're taking, it can only improve the game. They did it because they 100% want a smooth launch. A lot of MMOs, they launch and they take a huge hit to their player base and to their reputation because they launch a broken game. They will launch with broken servers, and I think that New World is doing everything in their power to avoid this. Now, both decisions, the delay and the switch from PvP-centric to PvE, PvP, I support wholly 100%. And before the hardcore PvP people start calling me a pussy in the comments, you gotta hear me out. I think one of the most complete MMORPGs around that you can play is RuneScape. The game has been a powerhouse ever since it came out. It was the first MMO that I ever played when I was in middle school. I think I was in 6th grade when I started playing RuneScape. And the good thing about RuneScape is that they have literally everything that an MMO needs. They have PvP. They have high stakes PvP. They have one of the most complete gathering and crafting systems I've ever seen. Literally everything in the game is able to be gathered and used in this immense crafting system. And I know when RuneScape first came out, it didn't have the most like raid-ish type of PvE content, but leveling up and killing bigger and badder monsters was kind of the point of the game for a lot of people. And even now today, they do have these raid-like encounters, which I haven't played them, but I've been following RuneScape, and it seems like it's so complete. They have literally every aspect that you want in an MMORPG. And I think New World has the potential to deliver on all of these aspects just from the amount of time I spent in the beta. It's obvious that they're spending a lot of time trying to get PvP going with PvP missions, the way the map works, the way the economy works. It's all very PvP focused. Everything in the game that you could look at is gatherable. I loved this because it makes the world feel much more interactive, and it makes the world feel much more real. And as far as PvE goes in New World, I know that there are a lot of world events going around. You can see them on the map. I think they're listed as like corruption events. I know that there's a dungeon or two. There are no raids yet, but I think honestly that's just the next step. And I don't see why people are really expecting a complete 10 years worth of high in-game content at release. In this game, it takes time to level up. There is some grinding involved, which I don't mind. It makes leveling up feel rewarding. Just like in Vanilla WoW, how long it took to get to level 60. And I don't see why people are complaining about that. I want it to feel good when I reach max level. I want it to feel like I went on a journey. I don't want it to feel like I just wasted 5 hours, spam clicking through quests, and boom, you're there at the end game. So all these aspects, the PvP, the PvE, the crafting systems, the economy systems, I think in time, New World has the potential to deliver on all of these aspects. But Colin, I thought you said the game was ready to play. It is, dumbass. But like I said, if you expect an MMO to come out with 10 years worth of content packed into it, you're setting yourself up for a bad time. New World is a game best enjoyed at a pace that allows you to explore everything it has to offer. You're not going to be great at combat right away. You're not going to have just a string of main story quests that just take you along this little adventure to max level. You're not going to understand the crafting system or the gathering system right away to its fullest. You're not going to log in and immediately be able to dominate PvP. It's just not going to happen. It's not the type of game that it is. It's a game that forces you to immerse yourself and take time and explore things on your own, which I'm a huge fan of. Now, what you will be able to do is become a completely different person in a brand new world. You will be able to explore every weapon the game has to offer, all of the skills that come along with those weapons, and you'll be able to see which playstyle fits you the best. You will be able to gather literally everything and anything that you see on the map. You see that tree over there? Yep, you can go cut it down. Literally any tree in the game. And the more you explore, the more you'll come across rare plants, animals, ore, collectibles, etc. I remember when I was playing in the beta, I saw off into the distance this thing that looked different. It looked kind of out of place, and I ran up to it, and it turns out it was a rare crafting material. It was a bug or something like that, which I thought, wow, that's badass, man. The game forces you to look. The game forces you to be present in the game, and not just staring at your map to see where the next quest is. What you will be able to do also is toggle PvP in order to complete PvP specific missions out in the world, and feel the glory of victory and the utter shame of defeat. Seriously, if you die to anything, it doesn't matter if it's another player, it doesn't matter if it's a bear that runs up and kills you, at the end of a PvP mission, you will fail it. The high stakes of PvP missions gave me such a thrill in New World. And I'm not a PvP player, admittedly, but just the excitement of taking on PvP quests, like I said, it was an utter thrill, and it made me excited. It made me want to toggle on PvP and go out into the world and see if I could succeed in doing whatever mission it was that I accepted. And lastly, you will be able to grind, if that's your thing, literally any aspect of this game. I think I mentioned it before. Leveling up is slow, but you can level up through any system you want, whether it be crafting, gathering, PvP, or PvE, or obviously questing. For all these reasons, I think New World is 100% worth your time to play. If you're an MMO lover like me, if you want to just completely lose yourself into a game, New World, I think, is setting itself up to be that game. It's setting itself up to be such an immersive, enjoyable experience that honestly, I can't wait. That's all I got for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I'm Olive Croutons. Please leave a comment and like and subscribe. I'm a growing channel. I could use all support I could get. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Olive Croutons.